What on earth was that? Oh, another developer f***ed up. Man, these devs really make me question why I'm a QA detective in the first place. Well, I'm sorry for the abrupt first impression. I'm Vinny, and I am the person stuck with the task of testing Cradle of Sins. Long story short, it's my job to kick the developers' ass when they screw up, so that the game is as good as possible for the players. I take each bug, feature or design problem, and I treat them like a detective case. I zoom right in and spot the tiniest details in everything developed inside of Cradle of Sins. Do the devs hate me? Probably. But at least we'll have an awesome game at the end of it. Seeing you're here already, why don't you join me on my first case? Case 1. The PC Hero Rework. Why did we decide to rework the PC character? Well, we wanted to bring the PC experience alive. We wanted new possibilities to be available to the player, emerging from immersive parkour to intense hack and slash combat. Sounds simple, right? Nope. Let's start with the problems in that clip. It seems that the devs have not set poise damage for separate sources of damage. Range weapons are breaking your spine, and with some bongo testing, I can also see that the lava is breaking your poise as well. Well, that marks the first point of my investigation. Poise damage needs adjusting. Well, let's continue. This game's not going to fix itself. Well, now I've died, it's time to parachute back in. I still have 2 lives left. They can't be serious right now. What in the Looney Tunes is this? And why is Bro's parachute so huge? Well, it looks like I'm not getting off that easy today. Let's note these parachute issues. After a few bongo matches, I had a chance to get a proper feel for the new movement. My first thoughts on the movement is that it's super immersive and fun to play, but I can't help but to feel that I'm just too slow. The lava is creeping up to me way too fast, and there are some jumps that are almost impossible with this current jump height. I think if we multiply the movement values by 1.5, we'll find a sweet spot for the movement. Alright, let's get that down. Okay, I think that's enough of the PC Hero today. We can revisit the PC Hero when some of these core features are fixed. On to Case 2. Case 2, the VR platform. The VR platform, if you didn't know, is basically an aircraft that you can control. It's easier to climb the tower in an aircraft, of course, but it comes at the cost of needing fuel to stay afloat. Failure to do so will end fatal. This also went under a rework recently, so it's the perfect time to give it a test. I'm sure it's going to be perfect. Wait, where's my hand? After some playing, I found that the control of the platform was pretty good, and it felt like I was flying an aircraft, but they're not getting off that easy. There was some issues. One of the first issues I encountered was the aim reticle not going very far. It seems like it's some sort of collision issue, so we'll make sure to write that down. Another issue I found was the VFX when shooting a fuel cell was nice, but due to the VR glare, it was like getting flashbanged. In conclusion, I don't think there was that much wrong with the platform. In my opinion, we need to go back to the drawing board with some of the features, as it may work fine, but it lacks some purpose and objective. That concludes the VR platform case. Let's move on to the last case for today. Case 3, VR durability. The idea around the VR durability system is that we want to provide fun and immersive VR melee combat. But due to every swing doing the same amount of damage, the obvious answer if you want to win a fight is to sausage swing like your life depends on it. So we had the idea to add durability. The idea is that if you swing too much, your blade starts to crack. If you keep swinging while your blade is cracked, it will eventually break to just the hilt, which is then leaving you in a vulnerable state and probably regretting your decisions. Apparently there's a little prototype up for this feature right now, so let's go give it a try. Wait, Reese, just stand still a sec, don't hit me. I need to quickly test the durability. Well done devs, it breaks without showing any warning. These guys really give me a headache. But on a positive note, it seems that all the logic and the VFX is there for the break-in. Looks like the next step is for it to be able to take more hits before breaking, and to make the cracking more visible so you understand that your blade is breaking. We also need to make this system work on weapons such as hammers. Well, thanks for joining me throughout my shift today. It was a fun but painful one. Time to get some rest.
1 week later.
Monday morning. Time to load up the computer and see what's in store for me today. Wait, there's a new beta branch update? Looks like Detective Vinny is clocking in this morning then. Let's see what the devs have managed to fix from my notes. But this time, I'm bringing backup. Before we hop into these testing sessions, I just want to provide some context. In this first clip, Lewis, Watson and Reese are testing the PC movement, and in his latest update we added 3 versions of movement. Sluggish, which is what you seen at the start of the video, normal, which is like a middle ground, and responsive, which is roughly 1.5 times faster. Reese is using the sluggish movement, Lewis is using the normal movement, and Watson is using the responsive movement.
I don't know about you guys, right? The responsive movement is 20 times better than our past one with the chameleon. It's just a drastic all-round upgrade to just everything.
I can't jump high with this sluggish.
The problem is we've not fully adapted past chunks to this new movement system. But when you do get going with it, it's so much better.
I can't climb the box, what do you mean?
We're going to have to cut it, we're all stuck in a fucking corner. We can't get out! We just can't get out!
We had one job.
What do you mean?
Well, that was clearly a skill issue from the boys there. By reviewing these results, it seemed that Watson was having the most fun on the responsive movement. Lewis and especially Reese were complaining about not being able to reach many jumps and moving too slow. The rest of the team also came to an agreement that responsive is the way forward. I'm glad to get that fixed. Sadly, the parachute fixes didn't make it into this current build, this taking a bit more time than expected. Next on the list was the VR platform. The VR platform wasn't super different to the last build, but I noticed that the collision problems with the reticle was fixed. We are actively working on the reworking stages of our AI enemies, such as goblin copters, which should be ready for the next update, which will hopefully add some more purpose and objective to the platform. Now the last on our list was the VR durability. We played some PvP matches together and honestly it was pretty fun.
Alright, let's see how many hits it takes now. Oh, you just
Oh,
hits.
Shrek at.
Oh, it's broke, but
Yeah, I have not noticed cracking at all.
if you know, you can notice it, but it's very
Yeah, it needs to be a lot brighter.
The sword now takes 3 hits before breaking and it breaks pretty nice. The only feedback I have to relay to the team is that the cracking on the sword is not obvious enough. It blends in too much and you can't tell that it's even breaking. Now this is just a small handful of things that we've gotten fixed this week. There is a lot of progress being made behind the scenes and some stuff I need to keep sneaky for now. It's looking up for Cradle of Sins, and I am planning on taking you through my QA journey every couple of weeks, so you all get an inside look at this amazing project growing. Thank you for joining me and helping me with my investigations. I'll see you next time.